Welcome to the introduction of chart pattern profits, trading the most probable chart patterns for immediate explosive gains. I'm your instructor, Frank Bunn. I could make $100,000 this month without formal technical analysis training, without formal fundamental analysis training, without understanding many of the causal relationships that academically move markets, such as economic metrics, news, or regulatory financial intervention from the FOMC. How? With tactical structure and discipline. Trading and the process of trading can be simple. 90% of the process is recognition of price action patterns and where they evolve within the primary trend. All that remains is risk management, exploiting risk in all its forms. To do this, I will teach you pattern recognition, trend flow analysis, as well as tactical setup strategies. And who am I? My formal education consists of a bachelor's degree in liberal arts from Dickinson College. I'm a 20-year career professional screen trader, mentored by a Chicago Mercantile Exchange commodities trader and a retired New York options broker. I have been a trading coach since 2007, and I mentored a CNBC $1 Million Portfolio Challenge winner. There are many lessons from the trading floor. Here are just a few. Successful traders always look to finesse entries after contraction phases in anticipation of expansion. The mechanics of price and market dynamics are unchanging and have exhibited routine characteristics for as long as humans have engaged in trade. The next is to create a plan, then follow it. And finally, you want to learn how to turn small amounts of money into huge chunks by leveraging high probability, low risk trades. It's all about patterns, not only price action setups, but also trend and context patterns that facilitate low-risk situations that are most likely to make big moves. This is tape reading on the screen trading level, which is the footprint of the crowd. To do this, we utilize the recurring price pattern principle, which is the notion of separating probable tradable patterns from random price movement. This gives us tactical trading mechanics with which we can use our risk management tools and achieve expected outcomes that far exceed our risk. The role of randomness in the financial markets cannot be overstated. The pattern irony is just that. These patterns have no predictive value. They are simply edges, and an edge is just an edge. It is the greater probability of one thing happening over another. You must learn to love randomness because in the unknown lies limitless potential, and randomness is the gateway to probability. The rule of randomness states that price action following any technical trigger is random and not determined by the technical trigger itself. We make indicators work by using them to determine impulse, which we will learn about later. Once we have properly identified impulse, we can determine the price action setups with the short and long-term contextual trends. This brings us to the circle of truth. Price action patterns, contextual trends, and risk management all form a flow, whereby the trader learns to enter the market at specific price points within the contextual trend, where the market is most likely to produce random winners that are 3 times risk or more. Here are just a few of the common success obstacles to effectively trading chart patterns. The first is probability. The trader lacks sufficient structure and knowledge about market dynamics to find a system with acceptable risk versus expected reward. The next is subjectivity. Relentless pattern variation creates indecision. Next, insufficient pattern recognition skill, such as poorly defined, unrecognizable, or subjective patterns that cannot be seen in time to profit. Following this is lack of confidence. The trader lacks sufficient structure requisite to consistently identifying and entering proper trades. Following this, we have the one-size-fits-all trade management dilemma. The trader attempts to use a canned or static management strategy without realizing outcomes to all trades are different and random. I'm about to show you how to eliminate all of these issues. In terms of probability, you will learn the essential trade triggers, which are clearly defined chart patterns. To combat subjectivity, we will have clearly defined mechanical structure that cannot be disputed. You will learn how to precisely engage in the proper form of pattern recognition. These precise technical tools will allow you to know whether the pattern is productive or not. This will give you supreme confidence. Mechanical and structural specificity enables the trader to consistently pull the trigger and be right about the analysis most of the time. And lastly, position management. The use of intuition will be used to determine the severity of the breakout, to reduce risk, and proactively plan the best course of action. What you need to do is learn to tactically trade continuation patterns in the direction of the primary trend. These patterns are institutional footprints. This is what you will learn with the Chart Pattern Profits training. The essential price action patterns, how to recognize them in time to profit, how to trade up and down trends in any liquid market that can be charted, how to use risk to create big winners, how to spot patterns in the strongest trends with the potential for immediate explosive gains. These will be the only setup patterns you will ever need to profit from any financial market. What you can expect after training is an 80 to 90% win rate, with breakouts in the strongest context going 10 to 20% or more. Using daily and weekly time intervals. No day trading or intraday monitoring is required. You can work 20 minutes to several hours per week. You will have freedom from system development, and you should have consistent profitability. A high win rate stems from price rejection, trade setups that produce immediate explosive gains, and contextual mastery, positioning the setup patterns at price points in the trend where the most likely outcome is favorable. Chart Pattern Profits comes with my performance guarantee. By the end of this training, you will have acquired a trading skill which will enable you to consistently locate low risk, high probability trades and make consistent profits trading any market that can be charted. This course details a specific tactical trading strategy. Solid functional chart tools are required. Be certain to refer to the Chart Tools lecture prior to proceeding with the training. This concludes the introduction to Chart Pattern Profits, trading the most probable chart patterns for immediate explosive gains. I'm your instructor, Frank Bunn.